and we are going to be doing a draft of Secrets of Strixhaven. I could just do a quick draft for this one, but I still have draft tokens to play. Let's do a premier draft for this. And yeah, I have actually done one. I've actually done one premier draft earlier this week. No, yeah, earlier this week. So I done pretty well with it. So I realized that yes, Strixhaven is going to be one of the better ones, but it's also going to be one that I'm going to have to force myself not to do, or because I'm going to end up forcing it a lot if I can. Lorehold probably second place. So we've got 3 shares here. Okay, shares in. Now it's time to begin. Let's cash in our draft token. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run, and we are going to be drafting Strixhaven. I do have one set. I did get one 7-2 win on this draft. It was with Silverquill. Not the strongest rares, but some pretty good ones. And definitely a lot of things to learn about this format. I'm hearing a bit of an weird buzz here. I apologize if you guys hear that buzz too, but that is what it is. Anyway, yeah, so much. Let's see. Great. Yeah, so much for trying not. Well, I could still end up drafting Lorehold with this one, but so definitely want to take the informed drink right, especially for Silverquill and Lorehold. The cheap drops are the most important ones. Yes, and I am hearing a bit of a buzz here, so I'm going to apologize if you guys can hear it also. But yeah, I'm going to confirm this pick here. There's a mind over matter. Well, the only red pick of sorts, Mika not so much. Only red pick of sorts is Wilt in the Heat. There is a primary research that is a good Lorehold follow-up. Do I want to take Mind Over Matter? Not really. Green. There's a pull from the grave that's quite good. Rabbit attack is meh. Aaron Botanist is probably fine. I probably would start with this one. Duty Beyond that is also good if I know I can go wide. So I'll probably start with Aaron first. Yeah, we're going to do Strixhaven again. And Locust Spray is fine too. It's either Locust Spray, Dig Site Inventory, which is also really good, but we need to have our repartee payoffs. I also would like a Cost of Brilliance somewhere down the line. As far as red, yeah, we're probably not going to get into red anytime soon. So do I want the Locust Spray or the Dig Site Inventory? More often than not, I actually would want the Dig Site Inventory. You really want to get more into white here. Also, it allows me to pivot to red if I need to, like say if I open the Hardened Academic. So this is a good reason to pivot into red. A Braid would also be okay. Also because we're not getting much black here. The Heated Argument would be nice. Hold on, I'm going to make some adjustments here. So yeah, I figured it is okay. So I figured it's just me. So I'm going to have to be doing this without audio here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking the Archaic here. That's Archaic, the Academic. Archaic's not that great here. Yeah, we'll take the Academic here. We'll see if it kind of lines up. This is not the right tab. Well, Pursue the Past would be also where we'd be at. So if black is not open, we can go into Lorehold this way. Speaking of Archaics, yeah, we might also want to. Yeah, that's an Opus card. So we got Tone Blast, so that's pretty. I do like that a lot better than Daydream for this for now. I am I am semi concerned that I'm gonna be that I only have like 3 creatures and 3 non-creatures. I definitely want more creatures down the line. Not return the favor. I can make an I can have a reasoning for Colossus of the Blood Age. Ascendant Dust Speaker, less so. Like it's a 5 mana 4/5 flyer that exiles. This one, yeah, I think I would take the Colossus for now. We could pivot to a blue splash. Vibrant Outburst is really good. There is a Summon Dromedary, which is also quite good for us because it is a way to and we will take this one first because this is a way to constantly get this one coming back. Yeah. So it looks like black is not open. Do note that blue-red might also be an option. I might just take one Rancorous Arcade just to hedge on that. See how it pans out. It's also possible that it might just be how I'm connected to the headset here. It wasn't this bad when I plugged it in. Okay, so we do get a Duty Beyond Death. Primary research is fine. 4 mana 4/4 with Ward Pay 3 life. We don't exactly have artifacts. I don't like any of these. I'll take the Duty Beyond Death, but it probably doesn't fit here. Likewise, some Zealous Lorecaster doesn't quite fit here as well. Well, it is actually still fine. Okay, the Heated Argument is fine here. Actually, the Zealous Lorecaster is kind of fine because I'm getting... returning an instant or sorcery card is a way to also get your effects. But now we need to make up our mind what effects we want to be in. That said, this is an exhibition Tidecaller, which is also... Is it too late to pivot to Prismari? Probably. Can we splash into Prismari? That one's more likely. But I can also just give this one up and just take Garrison Excavator, which is probably a lot better. It fits our deck a lot better. I hate the idea of passing this. But we'll take the Garrison Excavator here. Also, we need a... this is one of the better payoffs for Silverquill, but we're not in that anymore. Sundering Archaic. Exile target with Matt. Okay. Definitely want at least 3 colors for this. I could also just take the Unsubtle Mockery or the Elite Interceptor. This one's also quite good. Probably want to take the Elite Interceptor first because this is a lot harder. This is a lot harder to come by. This gets picked up very quickly. We still and still having an ink rate kind of helps us. But let's see, what are our effects at target? Tone Blast targets, Heated Argument targets. That was a reasoning. There's a hop to it, which yeah, this one not so much. It's just a plain +1/+1. I would take hop to it. It goes wide. Though this is not the creature we want to combo with it. I might rather just take another Elite Interceptor for the time being. Yeah, we'll just take another Elite Interceptor. We probably should be on the lookout for white repartee cards. Oh. Okay, Wilt in the Heat is quite good. Dual Tactics is... meh. Yeah, we'll take the Wilt in the Heat here. We should be on the look, though we did pass an... the thing is, it's 5 mana for, but it is repeatable exiling cards. So I guess that is kind of fine. Oh, there's a Cauldron of Essence. That is. Probably just take the practice scroll. I'll probably just take the practice Scrollsmith. It doesn't have to stay in the battlefield, so it's still a pretty good effect there. Trying to make Lorehold work kind of scares me. Daydream would be one. Living History is a 2-drop for us. This is also kind of a repeatable effect for us, and it's either Living History or Rubble Rouser. I think I will take the Rubble Rouser on this one, just to have. So technically, Living History counts as a creature. Because the thing is, we have a lot. We need more of this effect now. We need more. If I exile this, we need some ways of getting exile out. Okay, we'll take a Spirit Mascot this time over Hop to it. Yeah, because the fact that this grows quite a bit. The Inkling Mascot is also pretty good just because it gets flying in. Having the ability to dodge is quite strong. Thunderdrum Soloist is probably not bad. I might want it over another Heated Argument. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, we haven't had a reason to go into our third color. That said, okay, there is an argument for taking the Glass Rite, but I might just want to take I'll take this one as a splash. See if ever like we might want to run a Prismari Charm or a Sundering Archaic. I'd probably take this Prismari Charm in this case here. Sure, we'll take the All-In Historian. That's good. Dual Tactics, not so. It's probably fine. I'll see if it lines up. Actually, we might need it. We kind of need more effects like this. Strive Scholar is fine. So now we're gonna start rounding up the rest of our deck, and Jazzy Steward of Fate. Oh, this is nice, just not in our colors. Quillblade Laureate is fine. We just need ways to pump it. We do have quite a bit. There is a big score that I probably would take. We kind of need card draw as well. There's a Glyph Mage that's also quite fine. I'll take the big score first. Oh, this is something that is nice to splash for. Splatter technique is really nuts. The only issue with this is the double blue, so we would need to find a way to make that work. But if we can make that work, it's either that or take another Tome Blast, or maybe even a Molten Note. I'll take the Molten Note, though I'm not too happy with it. Okay, that's it for non-creature. Just a Crackle with power 2. We need to start taking creatures though. Or not. Fine, I'll take one more non-creature spell. I think we have enough. Okay, now normally you should not be taking Mage Tower Referee. I probably would want this more, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and some flashback. Okay, I think we can make it work. Okay, Traumatic Critique. Oh, there's also an Impractical Joke, which is honestly better. Yeah, we're leaning very hard on this splash here if we take this. We definitely want to take the Spectacle Summit. Honestly, I want to take the Impractical Joke first because this is more realistic. And 9, so I kind of want to prioritize some creatures now. So another Wilt in the Heat is not bad. Yeah, we'll take it, but I'm not too fond of it. Dual Tactics, no. Pigment Wrangler, no. Interjection, yeah, we're kind of running out of playables here. Take the Homesickness, yeah, right. We could take on Pigment Wrangler, but I'm not happy with it. Oreograph Sparks, copy target instant or sorcery, copy target creature spell, and some big meh. Both of these are big mess. Just keep it there. Okay, the Glyph Mage is actually quite good for us here. Visionary's Dance is also fine because if we can just play this as a 2-mana discard spell. Let's see if I regret that. Oh, another Tome Blast. Did get it. Okay, so I think I take the Glyph Mage for now because I do have a Prismari Charm. Essence Scatter would also be a good fit here. Yeah, it's just better than Seize the Spoils. So need to make some... So we definitely want to run the Splash. What we can do is we can reduce our white. We can reduce the white a bit to make it. So let's see. 8, 8, 1. 14, 17. So we need to... If we're going to cut down, it's going to be in white. But it's probably going to also be the non-creature spells. And unfortunately, we kind of... Academic, Pursue the Past is the good one. Wilt in the Heat. Probably cut one dig site inventory that brings it down. And I don't even have room to use. Like, what am I gonna even fit in? Yeah, I guess we run it like this for now. So much for splashing blue here, though the option is still available. We'll figure it out if it pans out. If not, it is what it is. So there we go. That's gonna be the start of our stream. We're gonna first shot at Lorehold. We'll see how it pans out. This one's actually fine. So I might actually just play this out just to draw the card right away, because we only have one repartee target. Bonus. Just to draw the card. So this one deals 3 damage. Yeah, this is actually still better than the Tome. So next turn we can Rubble Rouser, discard one of our many lands. Or we can play Eager Glyph Mage. So if our opponent drops something big, that's when we crackle with power. I can also just discard this. But yeah, we discard this first. Build is good, so how many is this setup? If our opponent has a combat trick, I want them to play it out, so we don't have quite a combat trick. So So we can remember that we can just tap this, exile a card, so that will automatically activate this. Then I can play this just to gain the 2 life, but I definitely want to keep this. So also remember that this is an option too. Just mark on it. Because if we can get the 8, this is 10 damage. So this is where Lorehold shines, but it's also kind of mana intensive. I am legitimately concerned. A lot of the decks, well, except Silverquill. Okay, there we go. And if I swing with everything, that should be enough. I forgot that the Opus is +3 if I spend a ton of mana. Yeah, we got there. The Crackle with power is really good. We're definitely keeping that in. So far, so good. So far, looking good for the Prismari deck. Prismari, the Lorehold deck. So, okay. We'll need to determine if how we want to discard. There we go. So right now we just got the 2, 3, 4 curve. We're probably not going to be discarding to exile anything yet. These are available though. Because I do want to get to 6, but I don't need to get to 6 now. Just need to find a way, have a way to exile. And that's the thing, we don't exactly... Want to play Mono Black? Oh, Poisoner's Apprentice, but no Life Gain. So let's see. Heals. Yeah, looks like okay. Looks like our opponent is playing Witherbloom, but did not hit green at all. And Lorehold is actually still capable of having good good curve ins like 1, 2, 3 or a 2, 3, 4. And being able to apply all that early pressure is going to be so important here. Also, it's gonna be nice that I want to be able to enjoy the set for them pretty much until the next set comes out. So yeah, okay, we have early 2 if we need to into a tree drop that might not do anything, but that's fine. Also note, okay, no, found ourselves a real 2 drop. There's no spell snare in this format. Preordain, no, preordain's a sorcery. So next turn, we can just Molten Note whatever our opponent plays. Then we can practice Swordsmith it after to get it out. Then next turn, we have to play it again. This is to target creatures, so... Our opponent does absolutely nothing. In that case, we wait. Noxious Newt, not the worst. Yes, let's play this one. Also, because if our opponent plays a follow-up tree drop, it perfectly combo. There is a 1 mana blue spell that will protect. If they decide to play it, it can go for it. If they decide to go for it, it's not the worst. Shame we only have one of these, but I guess it's fine. So we definitely want to start hitting more lands so that we can get these 2 to be quite live. We still have the Tome Blast. So I'm hoping that the next creature they play isn't this heavy. Well, if we do have the Excelliar. They might have an effect. Sure, so be it. If it means I can follow it up with removal, it's fine. If it's just Proctor's Gaze, that's not the worst either. I would probably just end up replaying this. I could also just play Big Sword and ditch this so that I can hit. Yeah, let's just ditch. Oh yeah, this is any target, so that's something to keep in mind. We still need more mana if we want to get this one live. It's non-creature, non-land, so we're not getting the Spirit Mask back. The joke is that we can double Tome Blast, but I guess... Yeah, I guess let's play into the joke. We double Tome Blast. But we are not. But yeah, the deck is so mana intensive. Still mana intensive even for Lorehold. I could see a reason to cut 1 card and add another land. Considering how much between the flashback, we won't be running out of things to do with mana. They probably have a counter spell for this. Let's go for it. By removal. Yeah, because if you have it, you have it. I will wait for you to pop it. Divergent. Okay, so it just bound. It just returns spells, and it's just one. So not the worst thing. Hold on. Return up to. Did he try to go for two but only had one target? Ooh, that's rough. So this is me hoping I can hit an actual land so that I don't spend these treasures. Yeah, we'll pitch the Stripe Scholar. Wow, we can't get. Wow, we can't. We actually Rubble Rouser would probably have been the better play here. But I guess we're on waiting mode. Wow, we could not get a land for quite a while. And we did not even. I'm surprised he didn't go for this, but sure. Now, what they could have done is they could have cast this just to start putting a counter here. But I will also probably start. Okay, now this one is one turn. Now, the interesting with this one is if the Scrollsmith resolves and he gets a spell back, I can get back one Tome Blast just to. Now the thing is, it's still a one-man thing, so this one does get bigger, but I still get the effect. So now it's if we can get one more mana, then I am probably more likely to cast Pursue the Past though. I'm also trying to remember if the Fractal Mascot has Flash. That one is so. Yeah, I'm actually gonna start doing some research right now. Give me a second. Yeah, I can't remember. Okay. 10. So okay. I can also do 10. Yeah, crackle. Yeah, we're just gonna keep crackling with power. Yeah, it's time. Yeah, but I do need to do some reviewing here. And the Fractal Mascot does not have Flash. Yeah, that I was traumatized so much by the version of this elk in Boomborough. Like having flash is probably the most unfair thing about that card. It's also one of the more endearing things about that card. Okay, while we are waiting, I'm going to shift this. I'm going to shift this again to the sound cards. Okay, this time I don't hear anything, so I guess we go back to headphone setup here. Okay, yeah, that one works better. Yeah, the sound. I'm gonna have to really double check the sound card. You're definitely keeping this hand. Like turn one, a nice turn three that can get back that can replay my removal spells. What is going to be quite premium here for us. Also remember, because we literally have just that one repartee card, casting this on itself is not the worst. It's not the worst thing. Just to be able to draw a card. Oh wait, never mind. We actually do have it. I am more concerned about the fact that opponent probably has a removal spell. Actually, yeah, just use it on itself. Sure, I'm missing out on one activation here. But the sequencing is slightly better because I don't force out a removal spell before I can benefit. Historian. So they will still get their surveil. Opponent also going the Lorehold thing. Ooh, that was a good one to dodge. Also, really should pay attention to how this one, because I had no guarantee that it was gonna figure out that was the spell I was going for. Yeah, next turn I'm probably gonna go big score. There is a reasoning for probably playing one of these other two. Now we have enough of an air force that if our dual tactics, because one can't block, he can replay it though, so that's probably what he's going for. I am willing to take 5. So actually we played this. We played Pursued the Pass. And we will actually discard the Scared Pass now because we probably will need to draw cards soon. We'll probably want to hold on. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're he's forced to block one up. He's forced to block that one. Yeah, that's just enough aggro. Ooh, that's way too late. Going to do it. Getting that quick start is so important for Lorehold, and also important for Silverquill too. We've been quite fortunate to dodge Silverquill so far. So I think Lorehold will actually be a good match for Silverquill, especially if it drafts enough removal early game. Do I feel like I have enough removal? Kind of. I feel like I have enough removal. Okay, so this one probably a bit harder to swallow. We can still do the elite. We can still do elite interceptor, then cast it on it. Okay, we have enough mana now. Ooh, Administrator is concerning. So I'm actually going to take a mental hit of this. Inkling Mascot, not the worst here. So it does become a problem if our opponent is able to pump this. Okay, so far no. Wait, no, they could still have big. Oh no, they're missing mana. Okay. Big score kinda helps us here. We draw a card first. So pursue the path. We would need 6 mana to be able to pursue plus wilt. So big score might not be a bad thing. Okay, not the worst. So that not the worst. If our opponent swings with both, I could actually just cast this as is. I'm also tempted to just play the soloist so that when I start playing other stuff, it helps out too. Yeah, we'll just play the soloist here. If they end up taking the soloist, it'll be, well, that's not the worst takeout. Okay, we should still be able to somewhat control the board. We are taking 7. I might discard the big score here because I'm already going to be drawing 2 cards. Okay, so now we start holding back a bit. We can force our opponent to pump with this one, that's probably fine. Page. The confidence is going to be a problem for us. Though they won't get it back right away. I'm assuming they have... Now, if they have a way to give the Inkling mascot flying, do I just block with the Soloist? I probably would. Now, what do they take here? They might take Strife Scholar because it goes wide. This one kind of goes wide too, so that's... Rubble Rouser would be interesting because... No, they would... Oh, that's what I figured. I probably would just chump block. They could also swing with that one to draw a card. That said, if I'm able to hit one more mana and they don't have another creature to play as a blocker, okay, do they have a way to protect this? I'm gonna be so annoyed if it turns out they do. But then I can now just run these two out. There is a 1 mana trick. Okay, he just signaled that he has the 1 mana trick, so I'm going to actually play out Rubble Rouser. I'm gonna actually play these two first. I could discard this, but I'm gonna decline. Like, I could swing with this one just to draw a card. Yeah, you know what? I would rather force it out so that I know they have it. I'm just gonna trade their combat trick for a card. Or they did not have it. I think they might be going for the kill. That would make sense as well. Just inform Ink, right? So they need to have a way to gain life. I'm trying to see if, like, 7... No, still 6. No, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they have enough. I do not have a way to block flyers. Yeah, that's how close. That was very close. I honestly don't think I had an out for that. I would have needed. I needed one. That's an argument for playing out the. That was an argument for playing out the mana dork so that I can start getting I could hit 8. 8 seems to be the magic number for us here. Wow, this is gonna be kind of tense. Let's see if we can make it. But I believe we already got our 4 wins, but I know we can do more with this. I am kind of feeling this format. Okay, Molten Note into Rubble Rouser into Strife Scholar. Yeah, it's a slower start, but we'll take it. We will play out the ink, right? If they have removal, they have removal. Yeah, and that's I'm okay with that trade-off. So let's play the Rubble Rouser here. Discard a card. No, we'll keep it. Yeah, this is... Oh, this is target creature. Okay. Let's hope our... Okay, not too big. So that lets us... Use that. So if we hit one more mana, we can just awaken. We can just awaken the Aegis. As is, if our opponent plays something really big, we can just crackle with power it. Take this, pitch the Tome Blast. So we also and drops. And also X equals 2 is a lot better than X equals 1 for us. Even if all we do is end up clearing out 2 of our opponent's creatures, I would go for it. So you have a way to take both. I'll be... Okay, we take the hit. So now our opponent has to start giving us cards. Which I really don't mind in this case. But also interesting to note that our Tome Blast can take them out, so they have to be really careful. Yeah, they really cannot. If they draw cards, I'll be really shocked. That probably means that they have a way to gain life. Yeah, it's a good thing we delayed that Crackle with power. I had a feeling we could wait on it. Spending 3 mana for removal and a 2-drop. Yes, I would still say that's a tempo win in the sense that we really need to... that we are kind of on the clock. Ooh. So opponent clears our board. Sure. So 6 mana. Okay, he needs to start giving us cards now. They're also outing themselves on their own terms. Yeah, could be. But no, our opponent I figured our opponent had the way to gain life. Ooh, our opponent definitely has a way. Though this is triggered, so... they sacrifice, they can get something back. We do have another Tome Blast. The opponent is fighting the good fight. Okay, they now have to start giving. They're definitely... At least we're... Oh, it's you may, so they don't have to give anyone cards. That's okay. Rampant Roach, sure, why not? Oh, they're splashing blue. Interesting. Let's see. They can get back Poisoner's Apprentice just to deal with this, I guess. Okay, let's hope. And there we go. We barely made it. Okay. Still attempt. Oh. Oh, kudos to our opponent. They really were playing to their outs. They were. I guess the shot, the crackle with power. Yeah, you really have to make it x. You really have to make it x equals 2. Sure, there's an x equals 1 is desperate, but it's still serviceable. But you really want to be able to have your opponent's starting life so that and even then was no guarantee our opponent still. That's Witherbloom for you. So far we fought. Yeah, our one loss was to the Silverquill deck. I'm not surprised. So Silverquill is really the boogeyman to beat for in terms of unlimited. Like what we have. Yeah, for us it's really all about upping. Especially because we and Silverquill are both the are both the super aggro decks. We really need to be pushing it. When it's playing, okay, we might be able to take our turn. I think Owlin Historian because it has slightly higher toughness. We actually need to hit our land drops as much as I like the Informed Ink, right? I don't like that we just told our opponent that we're missing mana. The opponent might have something. Which one do they lock down? Procrastinate's not the worst. Because I get to then set up with Stripe Scholar right after. Hybrid Outburst. Oh! Okay. Not sure if I wanted to go in that direction. Oh well, I guess it makes sense because one does keep going. Yeah, but we need to hit our mana. Opponent is getting all the mana they need. We are not. Oh, just to counter it. Okay. That is one less trick though. I guess I should have played it here this. Yeah, they know that we're suffering. Yeah, okay, this man getting stuck on 3 mana is really not helpful. We need to discard a card. If they want to keep this and this, we'll just discard the story. No, it's either top heavy or for Prismari it's usually control. Okay, though in your case, yeah, you could go top heavy. So yeah, again, I want to hit 8 here, which means if I don't hit a land, I would. That was kind of necessary. Opponent should now start being able to draw cards with this. So this is also a concern. Oh wow, that's a big thing. So 5, we just need to hit 8 mana. So So as long as they don't mess with our treasures. No, they might just go for the Mage Tower and Subtle Mockery, that's okay. Draw a card. Okay. I can feel it. But okay, wait, I have Scryfall. Let me check blue counter spells. Yeah, the worst one for us is Brush Off. Brush Off would be the worst one for us. No, we got there. Okay, yeah, we really have to keep crackling with power. That's just it. That was very scary. I'll be honest. That our opponent did achieve their goal. They managed to get control near the end. It's really just all the blue red Prismari deck is in control form. It's going to be all removal until the last few spells. So thankfully, we were able to deal enough damage early. And we had to. If we weren't able to deal enough damage, we would have been in real trouble there. So we can afford to lose one more, but I wouldn't mind closing this for early. Yeah, we really like it. We have the option to splash, but the splash didn't feel really that necessary, so we opted out of it. So definitely want. So I really don't like playing Informed Ink right early, but we might not have a choice. I'll just play it early now. Let's put our opponent to the test to see if they have the early removal. Yeah, this would have been the more ideal turn 4 play. Turn 3 because we had the impractical joke, but in this not in our hand right now. Yeah, one is gonna kill. Oh, just gonna swing. Okay. Yeah, we kind of have to snipe. We kind of have to snipe this now. But our opponent could still have a really big prepared spell, so no, not big. Could still have a really big spell, so we can't take it. Yeah, this seems also it's not. Going for it. What's their That's not the worst. No, we decline. I could have also just discarded this, but yeah, this was not the worst. Sure, you got an extra card, but it's still 5 mana, so we kind of got that one. Yeah, this one. So we may need to heated argument the stadium title mage first. Unfortunately, our opponent's not exactly giving us cheap target. So I kind of want to play this. Opponent taking 6 mana. Elemental Mascot, not the worst. Actually, this is probably one of the weakest ones of the bunch. Hit the land. No, we did not. But I do like hitting the Spirit Mascot here. Actually, then next turn we have, I kind of just need one more mana. And it's really going for the mascots. Perfect. So, yeah, have to play this first. One target it here, but it's just gonna get the. Actually, we could have done it. We could have done it differently. Yeah, we had a better way to do that. We could have. We could have exiled it with the practice swordsmith and cast Home Blast normally. Then it would still be on our graveyard. We'd still have one more shot at it. So if we hit the spell, I kind of want to just big sword. Okay, this one's a tough one because I kind of benefit from this. So if our opponent does not have a brush off, no brush off there. I would like to play this one also. Yeah, being able to exile on demand is quite important. let's get the quick chip damage. Because if not, the Colossus will take care of it. Oh, they're actually okay. What's their spell in hand? Run behind. Okay, not the worst. So if they don't have a way to gain life, Colossus just wins it for us. Now they might still have a counter spell. Let's go for it first. Yes! And that is Lorehold. So I've already won once with Silverquill off camera, and I've won once with Lorehold. I'm probably going to be really leaning towards these aggressive archetypes. I'll see if I can. I'll probably try to do quick draft with some of the other archetypes, see if I can get a feel for it. Like especially Prismari, that's one that I want to experiment on the most. But there you go, that was a very solid haul, another very great win. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. Many thanks to Jericho Ilagan for tuning in. Let's crack these packs. Okay, I'll crack one for now like this, then I'll just crack everything at the same time. Nice beats, and tragic. Okay, quite appropriate. Let's just crack them all. We made bank. Yeah, I figured we had the option of going into Silverquill at first. But I figured Locust Spray was okay, but it felt really weak. You know, we didn't get to see a Bulk Up or a Bitter Triumph. That would have been nice. Yeah, so unfortunately so that is how we ended up going Lorehold, and I regret nothing. Ooh, my rituals nice. Oh wow, these are looking very nice. Terms of Nature. The Tempest, not great. The Suspend Aggression would have been nice. Professor Delian fell. Subterranean Tremors. Yeah, we really cashed in on that one. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Take care. Yeah, stay safe, everyone, and have a great week. Take care.